That's right. Well, welcome everyone to the SciBabe after party. So far in here with us, we have, of course, the guest of honor tonight, the amazing Yvette D'Entremont, also known as the SciBabe. And we've got my very good friend, Ira Swede, who's also going by Sweetie Pie tonight. My producer extraordinaire, Mikey Famine, is also with us. And the one, the only Susan Skeptitz, who's also known as Divine Disbelief. And apparently Nathaniel will be joining her shortly to sit in with us as well. So
he's in the bathroom.
He's in the bathroom? Oh, keep the door closed, okay?
Yeah, no, we're
we can't smell it from here, so
I mean, or leave the door open. I mean, whatever.
Like,
we're
fine. We see a little bit. Look, if I see a little bit, I see a little bit of unexpected cheek in my weekend. It is a good weekend. Like I'm not hunting for it, but if it shows up,
yeah, if it happens, it happens.
If he forgot already, I mean, there's no need to get up. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Like, don't. It's the apocalypse. Take it easy.
I have two toddlers. I have enough nudity running around on a general.
Give me a sec there, okay? Now, joining us now is the president of Canadian Atheists, who I'm also the community advocate for. The one and only Randolph Richardson is also with us.
Hello. Who is guilty of attempted murder?
Oh, you're that guy. I didn't recognize you without. You've changed.
Yeah, I found out that my speakers don't make the thing go echoey, so I don't want to wear my headphones.
Oh, I think it's the Huskers shirt that's confusing me.
Yeah, where's your hoodie? Like, I was gonna say, where's Swede?
Close the door.
He's like off-brand. Yeah, like how,
I have to wear my Creighton University hoodie.
he's the hoodie guy, and then you show up, and now he's like, "Oh, let me pull off my hoodie and put on my T-shirt." There it is.
Yeah. I have to put on my alma mater shirt.
Check my Discord. Ease.
I got him. He needs
now I have to get on your Discord server too. Then BTW guys, I have a Discord server. It's pinned to the top of SciBabe. Come join.
I'll grab the link right away.
Canadian Atheist as well. So your headphones with the cat ears, that'll keep you on topic no matter what video you're in, because the internet is made of cats.
I decided I wanted to run the internet, so I got cat ears.
You're doing it right.
But I have to. I'm very proud of this. These were not so sparkly when I got them, and because I am 12, I hot glued like glitter glue onto. Yeah, that's what I do with my free time. I'm a professional scientist with a master's degree, and I glitter glued kitty ears.
It looks excellent.
Thank you. I'm very proud of myself.
And somebody was just showing their left shoulder tattoo, and they're all blacked out now.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Now you sound like Scooby-Doo.
I'll be back.
Neil,
pretty good imitation.
I have a weirder imitation that I do. It's for my role-playing group a couple weeks ago. I ended up having to do an imitation of Richard Nixon. That was alarmingly good.
Hello, Ease.
I just wanted to brag about that.
Oh,
Ease is a fantastic
what did
artist,
it sound like?
ex-graffiti artist.
What do you want Richard Nixon to tell you? I can only let you know if you give me something to talk about that Richard Nixon is passionate. No, it's Richard Nixon ended up blowing up the we were world building and Richard Nixon was involved in something, and I'm like, I will take on Nixon. Give me that.
What wasn't he involved in?
It's in this one.
Nixon.
He had found he had fallen in love with an alien and was confessing his love to her, and decided to bring the war between one type of superheroes and another type of superheroes to an end because of his love for the magical superheroes. And then someone blew up the White House and Nixon died.
Can you do his voice saying "What's in that meme"?
What's in that meme?
No. I am not a crook.
I am not a crook by today's standards. I am not a crook. No, Nixon's just very jowly. So if you talk like you're a jowl dog, like if you keep shaking your head back and forth, it sounds more Nixon-y somehow. I don't know why.
Like droopy dog.
Look, I got this is why I got a theater degree. Obviously, it's not because I can act.
Oh.
I like doing voices too, actually. So
what have you got? Let's hear your favorite.
My favorite.
Yeah,
You've done some amazing ones.
Can't really choose.
Oh,
I mean, how about Yoda? We can
I
do
trained
Yoda.
my whole life for this.
Away, put your weapon. I mean you no harm.
Ooh, that's a good.
Hey, that's really good.
My Yoda is not very good, so I'll leave it at home.
I forgot my Yoda. Sorry.
Then I could do what's his name? You're familiar with Ray Comfort, the banana?
No, you
Oh,
could. That's
Bananas
correct.
are going by God
I mean,
because they fit directly in our hand, and of course they fit directly in our mouth properly. He's
Yeah,
He's,
your Ray Comfort
that is-
impersonation was top of the line, Neil.
Yeah, I think that's your best one, dude.
That is
Yeah.
spot.
Ray Comfort?
That is
Yeah,
eerily
comfort.
spot on.
Comfort. You're nailing that one in the grossest way you can think of.
I thought it was really him when I heard it.
Come on, it's not that good
Oh my God.
because everyone
Yeah.
was like the Ocean's Peterson imitation.
It's-
Yeah, that was
Oh,
quite good too.
his is very good.
Tons of mice asked if I was even born when Tricky Dick was president, and I was not. I was born in 1983. So but I
was
hear that
born
there are
in
the
66, so.
there
That's
there
a
are,
good year. It's a good
I don't-
wine.
I don't know if you heard though. Nixon left tapes behind, so there's audio.
No. There's no
God is
way of
taking
knowing
it.
how someone talks if
Oh, they
they
want to hear
didn't
pain.
hear them.
Yeah,
Were you there?
White Snake. I do an amazing silent Bob.
Oh wow, that's great.
so you
Well
can light
played.
up a cigarette while looking while looking
Shrugging.
serene. Yeah,
While shrugging. Just shrugging and lighting
Yeah.
cigarettes.
and you can occasionally say no ticket.
so
Yeah, here's a picture of Ray Comfort.
Oh, you can do Bane.
Yeah, but the names are mixed around. It's hard to tell. I know.
They're the same picture. I can't tell them apart.
Look at that mouth though. Like he's just
Like-
ready for it.
Those are
He's done this before.
He's
Have you seen the one of Ken Ham
look.
that really looks like he's definitely a
Uh-oh.
distant cousin of chimpanzees?
I think I've got that one. Hang on.
Yeah, he does have some simian-like features. Let's be.
Yeah.
It's a really good one. I know the one you mean. I
Don't we
think I've
all
got it.
know?
I'm just trying to find it.
I
True,
found
very
it.
true.
I-
One of
Anyway,
I have to be
my
reminded
pain
of what it looks
imitation.
like when I go to my parents' place because they're fundamentalists and donate to that joker.
They're not.
oh my
fun.
god, I had a friend who went to the opening of the Ark, the Ark encounter. She works on Bill Nye's team, and she met Ken Ham at that. And she's like, it was funny. She wrote a thing that got her a ton of flack in the atheist community. She's like, I met him, and it was weird looking into his eyes. There was a bit of a soul in there. There was a person in there who seemed disappointed by his day, and it was an interesting interaction to just be talking to someone who's having not as good of a day as he thought he was going to have. And people were like, "Burn the witch for saying that Ken Ham is a human." Like that was.
We don't take kindly to humans around here.
Yeah, that was.
Well, yeah, and it's like Dillahunty was like saying like you don't hope for the guy's death.
Yeah, like it's
You
like
know, it's a humanist position to not
He's not listening.
wish the guy to die, and it's like, well, I don't. And I made the offhand remark. I was like, I don't wish he was dead. I hope he gets voted out and lives a long, healthy life.
oh no,
No, I'm petty.
In prison.
I have champagne chilling.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm petty. I wish the worst.
I'm not even petty. I'm gonna be blunt. There's no we are sliding straight into authoritarianism. Biden is likely to win the popular vote and more than likely the electoral vote. Even if he does, if Trump is alive, they're going to do something to fuck with the results of the election. And if Trump were to be taken by the COVIDs, that would end the cult of personality. So even though you still have these factions, that cult of personality dies with the guy, and people will not follow fucking Mike Pence. So
There's one more. There's one more factor as well, which is that they've been appointing a lot of judges, like over 300 now, I think, all throughout the country.
500.
So even they don't win the election, they still have power
yeah,
effectively.
basically if they get ACB in there, the only question is 11, 13, or 15. We expand that court. Like that doesn't stay at 9. I'm sorry.
We're definitely expanding it. That's going to happen if they elect her.
Either that,
Yeah.
or you put on you take away the for life and you do like a 20-year term.
Yeah. I would like to see, someone suggested, I forget which congressman put it out, but someone suggested an 18-year term, and I think that's a great idea. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think 18 years is long enough that you get away from Bastiat's conundrum, which is the shorter the term a person serves as an elected position, the more that they are susceptible to campaigning constantly and therefore not actually governing.
Yep.
And
why congressmen are useless.
That's why I think
But the
electing
conundrum is
judges
the longer the term is, the closer to tyranny you get.
That would do it.
So where's that medium part?
Here our judges are all appointed. We don't have any elected judges here in Canada.
Yeah, elected is such a weird thing because, like, a lot of people don't.
It turns them into politicians, and so they make decisions based on partly. Some of them make decisions based on whether they think it'll affect them getting elected, and that's not what judges are supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it's supposed
Seems
to be
legit.
independent of politics.
Yeah, an 18-year or 20-year or even 25-year term would put someone in there, and then know, like, once you're done, you're done. So you can't like appeal to whoever's appointing or whoever's electing.
Like, you still get in through the same process, but there's an end to it.
Yep.
And 18 years is enough time to make your impact on the court for it to be, but like, I feel it would stop people from putting in younger and younger judges to make their terms, as long as possible. It would stop the kind of fuckery that's happening now.
See, when I see that the president can just appoint a judge, it's like he's got all this power to do this, and this is completely wrong in my view.
Yeah.
Here in Canada, the way it is, like, there's a whole bunch of different organizations involved, law societies, bar associations, and all this kind of stuff, and different groups involved in the vetting process and the decision process and background checks, and it's quite extensive. They want to make sure that the people they pick have a good history of having a reasonably good reputation in the industry, and they don't have criminal records and all this kind of stuff. And then the politicians, they get to have a say, but it counts for like maybe 5% of the whole decision process.
Now, Nathaniel, don't we have something similar here? Because it's not like Trump doesn't just say,
appointed,
Jeremy,
they have to be confirmed by the Senate.
Well, guys,
Yeah.
It's still, that's all political though. Senate's all political.
Yeah, and
It's not a proper vetting process. Otherwise, Brett Kavanaugh would not be there. He wouldn't be put in as a judge here in Canada. Not a chance.
how about we let Nathaniel answer that question?
No, this whole thing has been all strictly political.
The other Nathaniel.
Financial.
The other Nathaniel.
I'm looking at the screen going, where's who? I'm very,
Well, Nathaniel and Susan are divine disbelief.
okay, gotcha.
Right.
My boyfriend down there.
I apologize. I couldn't see whose lips were moving where. It's the beardedness. I apologize.
No, I struggle to find a better beard on this in this panel
Thanks.
than mine. It's been more better hair actually.
Toss the ping pong into the bowl.
No, I was actually I was talking to Susan last night about something that the person who is somehow still president, even without the COVID, what he had mentioned to me, and he was like very specific. I remember, like, I mentioned this last night, right? Mm-hmm. He's very specific. He was like, "I don't get it. I don't even drink, and somehow I'm gonna die of corona."
Sorry.
Oh, that's good.
That one went a lot further last night too, and like there were like a lot of things involved. But Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution very specifically states that SCOTUS is a lifetime appointment as long as they are in good behavior. And so, what are your 30 some odd states that are going to go ahead and approve a U.S. amendment? Anybody go ahead with 33, 34 states?
We're fucked. Kavanaugh is not going to, like, they could impeach him, but they would not be able to get rid of him.
Well, no, but even to say that 18 years. By the way,
right.
Hello, Shannon. But
Hello, Shannon.
Welcome, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
The U.S. Constitution. We can't even get the ER,
changing it,
which says that you have the same, and Susan has the same amount of rights as me.
Yeah.
So
it seemed like amendments were easier to get passed, like 50 years ago. What happened? The filibuster? What am I looking at here? What is
All the
happening?
beers have masks
Wear
except
your mask.
Oh my god!
Except for the corona.
You'll never get me. I don't even drink.
Funny.
Everything.
That's legit
everything's
funny.
fine.
Oh man!
No, we have more than a few.
Mikey likes it.
Well, it's the same reason why we'll never get rid of the electoral college. What we can do is actually make the states be like Nebraska here and split the EC votes based on their district.
It's not just you, also Maine.
In Maine,
Yeah.
I said like here in Nebraska, not that Nebraska is the only one.
But also,
but Maine's responsible for Susan Collins, so don't give them any
not after
fucking
this
credit.
year.
Yeah, I
Not
know
after
she's gonna be
November.
gone. I'm
She's
so
down.
excited.
He's down by double digits.
Yeah,
And I
she's
think that
done.
the people that are over there, like, because that's what, like, close to where Shannon
it's-
lives. I don't know. Canada's a big place.
You think?
It is.
in the
I'm in
US
Nova Scotia.
geographically.
That's close.
My relatives are all from Nova Scotia.
Oh, really? That's where I live.
Whereabouts are you?
I'm in a place called Enfield.
Okay, it's how far are you from your? It's I know Enfield. I'm just are you how far are you from Yarmouth County?
Oh, Yarmouth is where the ferry is to Maine.
Yes, my relatives all live in Yarmouth.
I was right. Okay.
Sorry, not in Yarmouth County. They're in. I'm Acadian. Like my relatives are from Pumlico.
Oh, that explains the Dontrema. Yeah, my friend. Yeah, I have a friend named Michelle Dontrema. That absolutely explains it. So you're Acadian.
My mom was my grandparents were Canadians living in America when my mom was born, and they were landed immigrants. And my mom should have still had a Canadian passport, which would have been able to get me out of this country.
Oh no!
My God. If they had just they just would have had to have filed paperwork.
We have
and my mom
zero
would have
cases in Nova Scotia.
Neil, I think they're trying to communicate, but they keep speaking French.
Speaking a different language that I don't understand.
Sorry.
As a man, I don't get it.
Attacking and cold.
I live in LA, and if you guys have,
It's a code.
I'm surrounded. There have been stories the last month. There have been 2 stories about USC students specifically within a block of me starting an outbreak at USC, and they're every night of the weekend you can hear them partying.
I can attest for that. I've seen it with my own eyes. I'm in LA too, and
Are we talking
Cheers.
Southern Cal or South Carolina? Because there's a fight going on with that one.
Southern Cal.
South Carolina, the Gamecocks have been around longer.
Yeah. But no, the COVID parties out here, they are real. They are stupid. I don't understand it. They just, these kids, they just get together and
I see them
the cops come.
all the
cops
time.
come. The cops come, but they just, they're just.
And it's a thing where I hate calling the cops because who the fuck wants to call the cops? But also
White people.
This is causing an outbreak. That's
and
I
it's on
haven't.
campus.
But the good news is that because I live right in the middle of campus housing, so I can call campus security at least.
Okay.
I don't want to call the fucking cops. Especially not right now with all the shit that's been happening in they're in a bad mood and I don't want them around.
Mm-hmm.
So no,
Ever.
yeah.
So I think what should happen if the kids are having COVID parties, let them have their party, bolt the doors. See you in 2 weeks, you little dirty scumbags.
You get to
Give them
stay in
toilet
there
paper.
and you don't get a ventilator because
Give them one roll of toilet paper for all of them.
they will.
Well, no, they already
some-
hoarded all of them.
They will install those kids.
That's what the frat house is made out of.
So, Mikey, I have a question
you're going for.
that's actually serious.
Yay.
So this is the one for the month for me. So you have 2 comorbidities. You currently, Black Americans and males have much higher rates of either long-lasting effects or even death. How because I haven't seen this. They don't talk about the Black community and how you guys are working together to really, kind of keep the spread down in your communities.
I live in a very mixed community, but I know that as soon as enough aunties of mine, where are you going? No, I'm just, I was going to, no, you ain't bringing no virus up in here. As far as we're concerned, this is white people cooties, and y'all have been spreading this shit like wildfire. We ain't playing this shit. We all smoke and drink too heavily for y'all to be fucking around with some damn respiratory illness. No, we good. Nope. So I think we're always wary, if I can speak for my entire peoples. But yeah, we're very.
I am forever taking this as the opinion of all black people.
This is recorded and it's in the
your
congressional
master.
record.
That's how cool my
Kill
team.
your master. That's from Run the Jewels and a bunch of books. But yeah, I think we're already wary at all times, and we choose not to be healthy because life is sometimes too stressful to care about your health. And I can relate to that. But we're generally wary of other people in the first place, which is why we have been snapping on people about social distancing since, I don't know, the 70s. And y'all think it's cool to have 6 feet back. Now, I've been screaming people to get the fuck up off me since I can remember. So
You're like the social distancing hipster, basically.
yeah, we did it before it was cool.
Exactly.
No, I will point this out. No, I saw a T-shirt the other day, and it has the Sasquatch on it. You know, like basically the state animal of Oregon. Social distancing champion 2020, right there.
We Swedish people are waiting for the 6-foot thing to go away so that we can go back to our traditional 20 feet. Get the fuck away from me.
And as a writer who lives in my attic, nothing has changed.
And here in Nova Scotia, we can all just be piled on top of each other. Doesn't matter because our borders are closed.
Oh my God.
Didn't you hear? I totally shut everything down except travel to China.
Now, Shannon, I think you buried the lead there. When do you guys bury yourselves on top of, like, you guys are just in big piles up in Nova Scotia?
No. Yeah, that's right. It's just piles of Nova Scotians.
Just big lumps of people?
What we did was we shut everything the fuck down for 3.5 months.
You guys did a real lockdown.
Yeah,
like that's what we needed to do.
Working from home, homeschooling my kid.
Yeah.
Like ordering my groceries online. Like we were policing each other. Like if somebody went for a walk in the park, we were like, where the fuck do you think you're going? Why do you think you're more important than everybody else? Who do you think you are? Like
attack moose.
Yeah, joke now. 0 cases. Zero cases here.
I know.
What a lockdown, and then we did and then we started doing contact tracing. We closed our borders. We did everything that all of the pathologists told, that we followed the pathology. Yeah. We looked at the symptomology. We did contact tracing. We readily available tests. I've had a COVID test because I had 2 symptoms because we have a self-report system here. So if you have any of 2 of the symptoms, you call 811 and 811 says, okay, lock yourself in your house for a bit. Your test will be within 24 hours. Drive through your test. This is the time for your test. Go drive through your test. They stuck the thing up my nose in my car. I drove through my test. I went home. Within 72 hours, I got my test results and it was negative. I was fine. I had a cold. But anybody who has any of those symptoms, you lock in until you find out that you don't have COVID.
Yeah.
Period. Full stop.
So you mean the exact? So you mean the exact opposite of what the Trump administration is doing right now?
I am so confused.
Why are you confused?
How is your attorney general of the state of Texas going to be able to say, hey, it's totally cool if I and all the rest of the old people die as long as the economy goes? How is Canada surviving without that type of person?
We're fine here. Our housing market in Nova Scotia is insane right now. We also have
I'm trying to get in.
So you're saying the immigration system is good.
Like if you come here, there's a 14-day quarantine mandatory, and if you don't do it, there's fines. If you have to go to work, we're giving you paid sick leave. If we have something called CEWS, so that there's relief for employers so that they can afford that sick leave in Canada. And also on top of that, for the last 9 months, anybody who had to be laid off of work got a minimum of $2,000 a month from the government so that they could quarantine.
I might cry.
What's it like?
This is why I'm petty.
What's it like to live somewhere where they value human life?
Well, we've known America
and we still wear mandatory masks. Masks are still mandatory here in Nova Scotia. If you're in a public space, we still, with 0 cases, mandatory masks. Still.
You guys might recognize this. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a giant advocate for testing for corona. This is something he used in a movie
Total
earlier.
Recall.
Is that Total Recall?
Yeah, it is.
We had the tracker up his nose.
That from which movie is that from?
Recall.
Yeah, I thought it was Total Recall. Yeah.
Sharon Stone was in that film too.
I love that
And
movie.
the girl with 3 boobs.
I remember.
I was a child, but I remember.
I remember when they publicly announced the new remake of Total Recall, and the very first question came from the press was, "Is there a woman in there with 3 boobs?"
Of course.
Is there? Because if not, I don't know how interesting.
Like,
I'm just wondering if any of you have been tested.
all the work goes into that movie, and people all ask about that one point.
What were you saying, sweetie pie?
I was tested 24 times for COVID.
24?
That's understandable. You
I
have
get tested every week.
Oh yeah. So
Every
up all
day.
the crap.
guess what? I have a 50% chance of getting the vaccine on Monday. I got my ass into a trial.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I applied for every fucking trial that came out, and finally got into the Johnson & Johnson trial, and that's only one
nice.
shot. So
You're part of the family.
It's
That's a good one.
fingers crossed. And it's funny because I posted about it on SciBabe, and I forget that just out of 300,000 people, and Johnson & Johnson being a large company and me having science people following me, like 2 people from Johnson & Johnson emailed me to be like, "Hey, we're glad you're in the trial. Let us know if you have any questions." I'm like, "Can you make sure I get the real vaccine?" They're like,
No, they can't.
And they said, I'm glad they said no. Like, they're not going to pull strings to fuck up the trial data. Like, I said it.
They're pulling strings.
I said it joke. You're
I'm not gonna pull.
I have really interesting questions about how to do controls for vaccine trials, because without ethical risks of actually exposing somebody to the virus, you wouldn't be able to test for antibodies after.
Well,
so how do you?
So here's what happens. So they're giving, this is not, I don't believe this is a deadened strand of the virus. It's a different, like there are a bunch of different forms of vaccines, and they don't all use, like older vaccines use like a dead form of the virus or a
like the
form of
flu
the virus.
shot that everybody gets all the time.
This is not that. It's a different kind of, I believe it's an RNA-based virus, or RNA-based vaccine, sorry. But this is not a thing that can make me sick. From what I understand, the side effects.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about how they test for efficacy post.
Oh, gotcha.
So, how do you know that it's going to block or affect on the virus without exposing you to the virus?
Well, what they do is they test to see if you have the same because that vaccine produces the same antibodies that the virus does. So they're trying to see if we're producing those. So they just test you for the antibodies afterwards.
Oh,
so,
that's interesting. So it should mirror the antibodies that you would get if you had been exposed.
Crossed.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
So fingers crossed, I get the real one, and I get out of this. Like when I found that I was into the trial, I fucking bawled, like ugly crying, like I might be able to hug people again. Like anyways. Yep. Mike,
Do you become contagious though afterward? Is that possible for you to become contagious?
No,
it's not an active form of the virus.
Not active virus.
So-
It's something that causes you to form the antibodies by the sounds of it. So it wouldn't actually give you the virus. It would give you something similar enough to the virus that it tricks your system into forming antibodies that, that's really cool.
And that's what all of
cool.
these are, I believe.
Very
like
cool.
I'm pretty sure, like, I think there might have been 1 or 2 that people, like, there are over 140, I think, vaccines being investigated. So some of them are probably deadened strains of it, but there are a lot of them that are much newer or later stage versions of vaccines that aren't just like dead virus, that are much safer. Anyways, Mikey, I'm sorry for talking over you.
Mikey
just said he gummied you gummied, right?
I gummed. I'm
So if you
gummed
get
up.
into
Wait, the question.
Which one? What color
The
was
one
it?
I want to ask.
My question.
Is that why people were being asked to donate plasma and such after they had COVID?
No, so there's one treatment, I believe it might be like they've been doing treatments at like hospitals for people who are like they're in a very bad state, so to speak, and it looks like these are people who are like at a point where they're like, we might be able to save them if we can just give them a kickstart with antibodies, because it doesn't seem like their immune system is getting a punch in the. So when someone's just gotten out of the hospital and they've recovered and they have some antibodies, if you can take some of those antibodies and put them into a very sick person, in some cases, in a very limited number of types of cases, they've found that they've been able to help people with the plasma, with the antibodies in it. But like the stats on it, on which like age groups and which numbers of people are being helped by it, it's very minimal. And it's like the medication they gave Trump, that Regeneron, it's like you really need to give someone that medication when they get sick. Like I have a not staff on my team, like I have an admin team for my website, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a virologist. I need people who are smarter than, or better trained. And to be honest, the doctor on my site definitely smarter than me. He's a fucking genius, and he explains a lot of this stuff. And we were where was I? This is what happens when I smoke pot, and I'm doing this. God damn it!
It's all right.
You're in
We're
good
all in
company.
this together.
Oh, yeah.
I'm smoking now.
Yeah, it's
Say that one more time. Sorry.
You're in good company here. Don't worry.
Oh no,
well, it is like giving Donald Trump this medicine right now is like taking vitamin C after you already have a fucking flu.
So, and that's the thing
nothing.
with it. So, but yeah, the doctor on my site, he basically said this is a thing that he went through the science of how it works. When he's like, giving it to him at this stage does almost nothing. You need to help, like it's, and we have, kind of, this is a drastic oversimplification of our immune system, but we have our innate immune system and our immune system that does all the growing of the specific antibodies. And when you get older, your innate immune system gets weaker and weaker and weaker. And the fact that Trump seemed to have like a couple days where he was infectious and not as symptomatic and suddenly got worse, it seems like he has gone past a market corner where he might be going into ARDS, given that they gave him oxygen. I'm just saying, I don't believe that like I said earlier, I don't believe that the second video was made today. And I think he might be getting signs of ARDS, given that they gave him oxygen. That doesn't seem like a far cry. So sorry.
I'm doing just fine. I just can't breathe. Don't worry about me.
Yeah,
can't they just give him hydroxychloroquine? Doesn't that cure it?
Like
hydroxychloroquine, bleach or what? Whatever.
He was apparently taking
radiation.
He said he was taking it. That's the thing.
Right.
Which
he was lying, which is
right. He's lying. No, he has stock in it. But they say there's like 3 phases of like how you know you have it, and he's stuck in between the first and the second, where it's crucial that the next step was either like really, really bad or recovery. So that's what they're waiting for.
It's like I'm just saying he has risk factors, to say the least. He's 74, he's obese, he's a guy, he has heart disease, and he has metabolic syndrome. These are not working in his favor. He has, I would say, just by the stats, he has about a 15, like just by the statistics, he has about a 15 to 20% chance of dying from this.
Yeah. Yep.
And it doesn't look good right now, especially like the fact that he's not tweeting constantly, and this is not like, and I say this is not good, and I'm also chilling champagne, but like I'm just saying this, when I say this is not good, I mean, it's not looking good for, the fact that they're lying to us, like they wouldn't tell us he was on oxygen, that they're trying to obscure things about this seems very, I mean, it's on brand for the Trump administration, but it seems like it's worse than they want us to know. And that's worrisome.
I hope he goes intubated, and I hope they leave him awake for it, because I've felt that. Because when you wake up from open heart surgery, for the first hour, you're intubated.
Oh shit!
And let me die. I will wish that upon him. I won't wish death upon him, but I wish he's awake while he's intubated.
Oh nope! That's why I got like a DNR. Fuck that nonsense. I'm not waking up with shit in my throat and not being able to breathe on my own. Like,
God.
Hell no!
I am Zipper Club. Come on!
You try and wake me up by putting anything in both ends. I'm done. Let me die.
Yeah. I'd let some people put some other stuff in my end.
Hey.
Kink shaming is not allowed. Kink shaming will not be tolerated.
Right. Don't talk about what other people want to have put in their ends.
Put whatever you want. As long as you have consent and a willing partner, put whatever you want in whatever hole you want.
Oh, wow.
Are those, they've all been diagnosed now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A whole lot of them.
Wait, no.
What's that
Has
picture
Pence-
from? Is that
has
picture
Pence-
from the justice being
Well, only
nominated?
1, 2,
No.
3, 4, 5, 6 of those people have it.
Wait,
The
I was going
names-
to say, no. Pence
Yeah.
hasn't been diagnosed yet, and he's in
No,
that front row.
If you
Correct.
read the names,
So-
the names are there.
Yeah, like it's
Okay.
amazing. Like something like 5 out of 8 of the people that were in the room for Trump's debate prep have it. So one of the 8 people who hasn't been diagnosed yet is Rudy Giuliani. So we can hope, guys.
Now, Trump. I understand. Trump knew he was diagnosed before he went on the debate, and he
Yeah.
didn't tell other people there that he was
How
diagnosed.
do you know that?
No, I thought
though?
it was Wednesday.
That is-
I'm trying to
that-
understand if that's the
Here's
case.
the thing. It's been argued if they knew or not. Now, I think it's very weird. And this is, again, like this is going to go down a conspiracy theory rabbit hole, or it's it's the Trumps. So we would believe anything with them, that, and they get tested every day. And there were people who were getting sick. So it seems weird that they wouldn't have tested positive given that they were symptomatic by Wednesday. Because generally you test positive a bit before you're symptomatic. So it's strange. Like it's
Oh,
interesting.
they said he didn't do a test before the debate though because it didn't
Yeah.
arrive on time.
But like they allegedly test at the White House daily or around Trump daily, so the people around him should have been. But they got there late so they could avoid testing. The weird thing is his family gets in there. They put on the mask to get in past the Cleveland Clinic people who were running the thing.
And
They all
took them
sit down
off.
and it's like they were trying to cop as many germs as they could on Joe Biden. I get it. That's a conspiracy theory. I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past them.
I made the same point the other day. I was
Yeah.
just all like, look, if he knew beforehand, then
Why wouldn't he try to?
Yeah, like he purposefully would have exposed Joe Biden to it. I made
And
that
we
point.
know
Well,
he would be telling
if he-
that Biden should drop out if Biden tested positive.
So if
We
he
know.
knew
Criminal
Oh,
offense
yeah.
if they got that
The
out.
election's
he knew
underway.
he was
There's no
positive
stopping.
before going to the debate and didn't tell anybody, that is pretty mean. That's
really
why this is
mean.
kind of a concern. Yeah.
But it's once upon a time, like you could. It's someone made this point earlier online
Puts
that
people's lives at risk.
yeah, like people would be charged with reckless endangerment if they knew they had AIDS and
Yeah.
had sex with someone without a condom. How is going into a room with a group full of people, some of whom you know are at risk, breathing all over them, no mask, and in his case, shouting, not that far away from a septuagenarian, and how is that not reckless endangerment of half that room?
That's actually illegal here. Is that not illegal there?
It should
It is
be.
illegal here.
So
It's
there's-
not illegal
there's
in,
a,
Certain
in
places-
California, but the other 49 states it is.
Like you
Good job, California.
can't, like you won't go to jail for it, but it's a finable offense if you know that you're exposed and you go out into the public.
And they're just
finable
all,
offense.
It's not a small fine either. It's a big fine.
No, it's like 10
Yeah,
to
no, over here
$20,000.
they
you have to make
How
it
much?
big enough to.
How much?
Between 10
About
and
10 grand or
$20,000.
more. I know that's like 50 cents American, but still. It's,
Man, 10 grand? What you want, cash? Hold on.
Yeah, right. Let me just reach my. I actually have to go to
My
bed.
PayPal.
because it's in
I've run
work
away.
now.
That was me running
You're
away.
4 years, or you're 4 hours ahead over there. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
12:22 where I am over here in the best
Canada.
place on earth in Nova Scotia. And
whoa,
it's
whoa, whoa.
City of Roots.
it's
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't take it back.
Do me a favor. Can you do me a favor and go Frenchie shopping for me? I wish there were Frenchies in
Oh,
California.
that's where I got this.
Yes. Okay. Somebody.
I'm
like,
not
you guys,
even kidding.
You guys
Like,
are all
what?
looking at us like, what the fuck?
For $20.
Let's talk about
Oh,
French
you
culture.
need to be
Frenchies-
better friends.
Frenchies don't exist. We need to hunt each other down on the internet and become friends. Anyways,
I
yeah,
just followed you today. Yeah.
go find my personal. I need to find your profile on Facebook, and we can. We need to become. We need to become in each other's lives.
Oh
But
no, this is the
friend.
day that it happens. When they join powers and
It's
take over
all
the internet.
downhill.
Tried that too.
I have a YouTube channel too. We should talk someday.
No, don't say that.
I'm no
Yes,
I'm no Neil.
yes, that has to happen.
Look,
But I
like
didn't know
all
you knew
the heck.
Seth. Seth's one of my best friends. I've been on his
That's
podcast
awesome.
3
Aw.
times.
Seth is he's one of my humans. I love him. He's
Oh, I love that man.
he's one of the kindest people in the atheist community, and I find that there is a lack of that sometimes, and I appreciate that from him so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you and I need to be friends. How do I not know who you are until
It's,
today?
It's we found each other today, and that's all that matters.
Today
Oh
is the
my
day.
God,
I am
I love-
you, and you are SciBabe. I followed your Facebook. I followed your Twitter.
Shoot me shoot me a message on one of those things with your profile on Facebook so I can shoot you a friend request, because I think I have friend requests shut down on my personal profile.
Well, you're both
Oh,
on
I
there.
do too. My personal profile is done.
Okay. We'll
not
figure-
public. Not public. Yeah,
So-
but yes, and
Yeah,
Nova
that's
Scotian connections.
my
anytime. Look, you guys don't even know the bonds that are forged by women with their
Frenchies?
mothers going Frenchie shopping.
This bitch
You
said
don't
Frenchies.
understand.
Do you have a little one too? I have a 9-year-old.
Oh no, I got when I go Frenchie shopping, it's with my mom.
Oh!
I'm
That's
going
what
to
I did when I was kid. And you shift the bin and then you just fucking start to pop
one by one by one by one.
Oh my God, they're in love.
I'm wearing New Balance pants right now that cost me $2.
I have a leather jacket from Wilson's that cost me $8 and is my favorite jacket I've ever gotten.
All right, I gotta go to fuck to bed, but you and I, we're friends now. We're friends now.
We've become as
We're
one.
friends.
I love you.
Yes, we are friends. Nice to meet you.
You guys are like, oh my God, what have we done?
I feel like
Oh,
I
come to
feel
Nova
like,
Scotia. We'll go to Frenchie's. That's a day, bud. We'll go down the south floor. You can hit 3 to 4.
You go to a couple in the morning, you get lunch, you go to a
Round off
couple
your
more,
mouth.
you stop and get a coffee and dessert, and then you gotta do everything. My Nova Scotia accent's coming out.
I have legit fucking gone. I have Nova Scotia accent. What Nova Scotia accent? I have legit rented a hotel just to go to Frenchie's. Just to go with the girls to Frenchie's.
Oh,
No,
I feel like
I
Chuck
love-
Woolery.
Okay,
We've made
it's
a-
like here's the thing. It's like, it's weird because here's the thing, because I would go up to Nova Scotia every summer and for holidays to visit my family, and so I don't I feel like this is a bit of culture that I get sometimes, but I don't have a crew of girlfriends in Nova Scotia. So when I go, it's my cousin and my mom. Obviously. But it's weird because I didn't know this was a thing that anyone outside of my mom's group of friends, it was a thing that everyone, and this just makes me so happy. I'm I've been a part of me and my mom have been doing a part of Nova Scotia culture for a while. It makes me so happy.
South Shore Frenchies are the best ones too. The only one that's close is Guy's Frenchies. That's in Sackville. Depends on if you're French.
Oh, I've been to that one.
The one in that's the one I go. That's the one that's
That's a
closest
really
to me.
good
It's
one.
only 25 minutes away from my house, so I go there all the time. My son loves Frenchies. We bought a bunch of bags. He likes to go there because he can get just a garbage bag.
Everyone is. I think everyone is looking at us, and everyone in the chat is like, "What?"
No, don't worry about them. It's fine.
Oh my God! All right, it's how about we will hunt each other down, and we will do more French. You get yourself some sleep, and we will bond over all the things we found at Frenchies together.
Nice to meet you. I look forward to watching your content. See you later. Bye.
Bye. That was a love connection. I enjoyed that so much.
Right?
Y'all are
I'm
best
Chuck
friends.
Woolery.
It's,
We'll be
you guys
talking
would-
2 and 2.
it's just so weird to because no one in America knows what Frenchies are, and they're kind of they're like consignment shops, but it's people don't go on trips to hit a bunch of Goodwills in the U.S. It's a thing women just do. We go on days of Frenchie shopping up in Nova Scotia, so it was just that made me feel so happy after many months of not having contact with humans. So thank you for that. You gifted
That's
me
not what I
that.
wanted. I hate that when that happens. It was a hot style takeover.
Oh, I see. I see what you were trying to click on.
That's so. This is the perfect time for me to say this. I'm just gonna write everybody's names down for now, and I'm keeping a scoreboard to see who has the best one-liners. And tons of mice. And who is that just said?
Simply secular. That's Dave. He lives here. where I
Frenchie
am.
takeover.
Frenchie takeover.
No points.
No.
Fuck you, Mikey.
We've had some recent additions to the chat, by the way.
Hey, I
Sam
had-
Chaos is from across the pond in England. So Sam has joined us. And also my moderator extraordinary, IQ, has also joined us, Inquisitive Quandaries.
Hey.
Hi.
How everybody doing?
Is it bad? I'm just saying, I have champagne chilling just in case things happen. So
I'm
it's been that kind
already
of day.
So, I'll tell you what, Yvette, when this whole
Go ahead.
COVID thing ends, I've got to come down that way because I got to visit the fine folks below me in
Indeed.
Divine Disbelief and hang out with them. And I'm coming back down because I go down to California quite often, actually.
Oh yeah.
So I'm down there and we're going to blaze and have a couple of drinks and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we're just basically on the way because we're in Portland.
Just
so.
come, Ladies. Come hang out, come visit. And I'll share. Is what I'm saying.
I won't be able to bring any across the border.
It's
Why?
I've definitely.
No, we got plenty here. Don't worry about it.
No, you can't bring stuff across the border, even if it's legal in both countries.
We got plenty on the
That's
West
funny.
Coast.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
nothing to worry about.
Yes, you can bring stuff across the border. You're funny.
Well, you can if you know how.
Legal.
Yeah.
It's legal on the West Coast.
Okay,
We're talking
You're
legally.
basically Canada, anyways.
Like, so
Yeah.
so here's
Yes, but
I'm
the
trying to
border's
explain.
federal.
So
You snuck into the U.S.
so I've done a lot of traveling.
Don't bring marijuana across the border.
So for
Okay,
all the speaking I've done over the years, I've done a lot of traveling. Like it's been 6 years of SciBabing, and I've gone to Europe, I've gone to Australia, I've gone to Canada, I've gone all across the U.S., and I have not nary a time boarded an airplane without cannabis.
Really?
I have
You are
accidentally. No, I'm not. They don't check, especially not in California.
I'm like, if I tried that, I'd be sweating like the guy from Midnight Express.
Oh, here's the thing. The first time
Man.
you're terrified the first time, and then you realize, like, here's the thing. Don't
Okay,
go
wait,
in
wait.
with-
Here's my question. How much marijuana are you talking?
Here's the thing. I never use. I've never brought leaf with me. Like, don't bring plant material. Like that'll get you caught. Bring,
of course, I bring oils on the plane.
oh yeah, bring a couple of
Edibles?
vapes. Edibles. You're fine. Like, because I want. Look, what I want to do is I want to arrive at the airport. Know I've got about an hour and a half until my flight leaves. Take that edible and get on that flight and feel
You're
fucking
chilling.
great. And I'm not gonna. I just don't kill my flight experience with not with saying that I have to be crammed in next to someone who also doesn't want to be on that flight without drugs. So I just I have to be in an airplane. Give me drugs, and I can't drink. So this is the only one I have for an option.
So oils aren't illegal.
no.
Unless they
Oh,
stop you
no,
and test you.
I
they're
will, Ian, I
illegal.
will.
They're illegal. They just don't catch you.
So they
It's
got to
only illegal if you get caught.
Like,
You have
and
to, they have to be looking for. So like you
here's
can go on with vapes, but if you go on with like a whole box of them, then they're gonna try to find out what's
yeah,
there.
don't be,
Yeah.
like there have
but
been
if you're
times.
traveling and you got your vapes, man. Go ahead, man.
Just
Like-
going.
Yeah,
over there.
Like I mean, here's the thing: pack it carefully. Don't be like, I'm gonna put this on top of my thing with it very clearly saying
Walk through
marijuana
vaping
on it.
Just
Like,
walk through vaping
Yeah.
and just blow it right in
like I know my husband has definitely packed 20-year-old joints in a thing to bring with us to for a trip once, and they didn't. No one opened it. Like it was like they're not. Have you ever had someone go through your stuff and
I'd like
really
to
open
just-
things
Yes.
carefully?
Look at
Yes.
fucking time
Yes.
go down.
You know,
I've been pulled out of the line and said, "Come
like-
here, sir."
Here's the thing. I've been pulled out a few times myself, and there was one time, and I was terrified. I'm like, truly, this is the time it's going to happen, because I got into the line and I realized I had one edible that was open, and I'm like, oh, they're going to smell that. That is a really strong peanut butter cup that I made, and I get there, I make some really strong
Shit.
peanut butter cups. They're tasty. I got the producer of Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle high on my
had me at
peanut butter cups.
Nice.
But anyways, they're really
You
delicious.
had me at what? Never mind.
For fuck's sakes,
I will.
look at Neil. They crack open his teeth.
What?
They're like, we will find some weight on this guy.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're gonna see him coming. Oh man.
Like
They got
I
the
get it.
horse.
Like,
They got
sure,
the horse
like-
glove on.
I get it. The part of the reason I understand part of the reason that I probably get away with this is that I look. Number one, I'm pasty as shit, and number two, I look like a Karen. Like they're not going to suspect me of carrying pot. They're not going to go too deeply. But this one time, I had this peanut butter cup fully open, just in a bag, and I get through, and I see my stuff going through, and the guy and my stuff gets stopped at the end of the conveyor, and he's reaching into the exact bag with the peanut butter cup. I'm like, this is where it happens. You know what he does? Folds up the bag, puts it back in my purse, and pushes it down the aisle.
Because he wants one for himself at the end of the day.
You know,
had two.
he just like it was open and I'd eaten one. He didn't take it. He just like whatever. I don't know if he was like
half. I would take half of your Reese's peanut butter cup. I'd cut it in half right there on the conveyor, fold it back up, and say, "We got a problem." Thank you.
I would have loved him forever if he'd done that. I would have been like, "Sir, we need to be friends."
In an
But,
alternate universe, that is exactly what
but,
happened.
like the fact that he just I don't know if he saw it. I don't know if he smelled it or not. But you know, like pot was definitely illegal in the state that I was in at that point, and they were just like, the guy was like, whatever, go ahead. Like they are not checking. I say this. So my first real lab job out of grad school, I worked for Homeland Security as an explosives analyst. So I know I'm very familiar with all the equipment. I've had a lot of jobs.
That's fucking awesome.
So I'm very familiar with all the equipment they use to scan you. So they're not scanning you for drugs. Like it's not like those the dogs in the airport, they are bomb sniffing dogs, not drug sniffing dogs. I've had one come up to me when I'm like, oh, I spilled pot on myself this morning. I am fucked. Nah, I was
Damn,
fine.
we need to educate you.
the instruments are not even the one that swabs you directly and swabs into your purse. They're not swabbing for drugs. They're not sensing for drugs. The dogs aren't sniffing for drugs. Like, look, if you take a vape or two, you're fine. You can take it wherever. I have never been caught with it. So you're welcome.
So what you're saying then is if I want to smuggle across the country's drugs on airplanes, so we're good then? Yeah.
Yes, U.S. government, don't watch this.
It's,
Yeah.
Which airport did you say?
Yeah, we talk Chicago O'Hare or LAX,
Midway.
I believe.
John Wayne.
So I live in Southern California. So I've been out of, and I used to, at one point I lived in San Francisco for a while. So this has been out of SFO, Oakland, LAX, Burbank Airport.
What about PDX? Let's talk
PDX.
about PDX, which is Portland. I just haven't tested into.
I have never been through there actually, but here's the thing: is it legal there?
Yeah,
because in California, they're not. They've even said at LAX they're not looking for it. Like,
So the
basically,
law goes like this: if the state that you're flying to abides by the same law, so in California you're allowed up to 20 grams of flour. You could, if you land in a state that allows the same thing, you're allowed to travel with 20 grams of flour.
but the other thing is they're not like as I said, just don't bring flour. That's the stuff that is gonna cause a kerfuffle. If you're still gonna get high off of these delicious vapes and or off of an edible. Like here's what I do. I take a couple of chocolate bar edibles and I put them into a bag full of granola bars. They're not looking through my purse with my bag of granola bars to be like, here is where the Karen has hidden the drugs. Like,
they will now.
Yeah, they're watching it. The NSA is like, all right, then.
Oh man, it's I think the government has bigger problems right now. Just a guess.
And Karens. Probably more problems than Karens, definitely.
By the way, this is Jen from Jen's Little Corner.
Hi.
She's joined us all the way from Australia.
Yeah.
Where they have Sydney funnel web fucking spiders and shit.
Exactly.
But not where I am. Not where I am.
No.
Hello again, Jen.
Not
yet. Hello again.
Hello. Where in Australia are you again?
I'm in Perth, Western Australia. So.
Nice.
The side with the good surfing. I need a volunteer to jump out because I have more folks that want to jump in. So
finally.
No, you're not. No, you stay put.
I was kidding.
I don't.
I'm only going to hang around for about 20 minutes anyway, Neil, because I've got to go out again. But I thought I'd drop in and say hi to everyone. So if you want me to hop out because you've got more people in, I'll hop out again.
I just got here.
We're good. I can hop back in if you get some room later on. We're good.
What did we just lose?
It's Oliver is being very cute right now. I'm sorry, I'm scritching a kitty.
It was
Sam jumped out.
Sam
didn't have to drop out. Sam's lovely.
Sam's awesome, but Sam's also Sam understands.
Whatever time the clock is in the morning for them.
For Sam, for them, I think it's like 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah,
oh my god!
It's late.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys are all doing this. It's the fact that you guys are all doing this at crazy times of day. I applaud the dedication.
It's not a great time of day for her, to be honest. But, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam. You didn't have to do that. We always love having you in here. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now go get some sleep, Sam.
Go.
I'm gonna come over there.
Yeah, go get some sleep, hon. We will get you on plenty more streams. By the way, did you shield Sam out? Because I helped get Sam up to 30 subs yesterday. But
really?
It'd be nice if we could get. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could get Sam up to 50. So yeah, so whilst we're here, go for 100. Go sub to Sam. Sam's starting to make some really awesome content.
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna do this on my phone. Sam Chaos is the.
Now we got Oz.
Sam's channel is notoriously hard to find. I'll have to go dig through yours to go find it.
How do I find?
May have the link somewhere, but I'll have to go hunt if you want me to link it.
What would I search for on
You're on
YouTube in order to find Sam?
I don't think you can find it through search.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Sorry?
Hold on. I had Sam on recently, and there's a link to their channel in the description box.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
For a
so we got Oz
for a younger person, Sam is really with it. So I will definitely say that, and a lot of fun to talk to. So
nice.
Yeah, Sam's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like Sam.
Good head on that one's shoulders, that's for sure.
So everyone in chat, go and sub to Sam and give Sam a big boost because they deserve it. So yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Sam's done it.
All right. I'm screen capping this for later.
I literally just found it. Are you kidding me? Like the very same, like, oh, Sam's posted it. It's like
slacking, Mikey. You're slacking.
There we go.
Slacking, Mikey.
I went to the after party.
Anyway, Mikey.
I'm good. I went to the after party instead of the actual episode, and that's where the link was. So I went to the wrong one, and then I had to double back and try to get there quick enough, and then Sam made it up.
Sam's awesome.
I'm posting it anyway.
Yeah, Sam does a lot of philosophy type stuff, which is awesome. So
We have to go.
Hi, Shannon. Hi, my lovely.
Shannon, I love you, and I miss you already.
Yeah.
I love you. My phalanges wants to be near your phalanges. Anyways.
Oh my.
What? What?
Y'all Canadians. It's something else. That's how it works.
It was just I want
phalanges. Yes, I know.
I want to hug humans again. I miss humans.
It's amazing the things that we can say at certain times that people go, what? Is that a double entendre? Because I mean the stream I did last night that I randomly.
Please don't I don't want to be Me Too'd for making a joke about wanting to hug someone, and saying fingers or phalanges. Please. No, just a joke.
That's going to be screen grabbed. You know that.
It's that's Yvette's stream all night. I'm gonna
I did a stream last night where I called it "Come and Stump Jen." The idea was people ask me science questions in the chat and see if they could get it off topic. And the first question was that a double entendre? And I'm like, no, to be perfectly honest, I didn't even think of it, which is unusual for me.
Nice.
You must be broken.
But
this unit requires maintenance.
But in Australian slang, if you stump somebody, it just means that you confuse them. They don't know what you've brought up something that they don't understand. It's never really used as a euphemism for the other thing, so I honestly didn't think about it.
Confusing,
I'd like to think it's a little bit
question
more
like asking a question like, "What are you doing 2 days after the day before today?"
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Well, the idea was to ask science questions, and the biggest problem I had with it was a lot of people know me and they know what fields I have knowledge on and what I don't. So there was quite a few questions that did stop me because I'm like, yeah, that's way out of my field. I've got no idea.
See that, Oz? What the fuck is that thing on your hat?
It's a crow wearing a cap, isn't it?
It's called an Oriole.
Oh.
Oriole.
Are you from Baltimore?
Does that have cream in the middle?
I'm not from Baltimore, but I grew up a Baltimore Orioles fan.
I think you and I grew up in the same era, so it was Cal Ripken Jr., right?
Yeah, the Iron Man, my hero, absolutely. The Iron Man. But I would agree that starting off conversation with a double entendre is a very interesting way to start off a conversation.
There's nothing wrong with a double entendre. I like a good double entendring every now and then, but when you're not aware that you've made a double entendre, that's even funnier.
Well, but when you can start off a conversation with like that, that actually intrigues me. I'm going to now go study my question asking abilities and see if I can incorporate more double entendres.
It's the verbal equivalent of clickbaiting, isn't it? A double entendre.
Absolutely.
It gives you options. You got two different directions the conversation can go now.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I don't know how to win this game.
Oh, Mikey.
I've been keeping track of the points, and I'm just bombing out here, guys. I can't even get myself a pity point here.
Somebody needs to take the button away from Mikey. Take the button away. You never get the button no more.
You can have my button when you take it from my cold, dead fingers.
Looking at this screen with 9 of us, I feel like I'm part of Celebrity Squares.
Exactly.
Or like the most fucked up porn parody of the Brady Bunch ever.
Can I just jump in real quick, Neil, and say Randolph I got to finally listen to. I got to hear it in bits, but I finally got to listen to today from front to finish your debate on the great debate.
Hi, Christian.
Channel today, and
which debate? Great. Which debate? Sorry, the one from yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, great! Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. I finally got to hear bits and pieces the other day, but then today I had some alone time and got to listen to it from front to finish.
Sorry.
And you were you were badass, man. Way to represent, Randolph. Way to represent, man.
Oh, well, great. Were there some particular highlights you thought, and do you have some suggestions on how I could do better next time?
Nope. Just when are you going to have him on your show?
He'll be on it. He's going to be on the show.
I've been talking on email a little bit. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Isn't it your show? Doesn't it belong to both of you?
No.
Sorry.
Or is that a different show?
Oz when he's going to have
Oz's show
on
okay,
show, the Atheist Roundtable.
Okay.
True North Talk. Neil and I are equal partners.
Well, and it's
very. Go stop to True North Talk, by the way.
On it.
It's ironic that we're talking about tonight because I actually have somebody that Randolph will within the next probably 2 days will receive an email from me to have a debate on our channel with this individual.
Cool.
And
Richard
I was
Madsen?
like, and it's no, God,
okay,
no, God, no. And I love Richard, but God no.
Is it Ted Danson?
But no, just y'all be
patient.
Have some patience. Have some patience. But when this person contacted me, I was like, actually, you know what? I think I have the perfect person for you to debate. And Randolph, because he is equipped. He's equipped for days, but just has that real chill, passive, and it'll irritate and grind and get under this other person's skin.
Okay.
I think it's the perfect interlocutor, right? I think it's going to be genius. So the next 2, maybe 3 days, you'll get an email from me. But all of a sudden, I see CJW, Mr. Watkins, pop up. He was just on our channel, and he's a beast. He's a beast.
I'm due to get on Christian's channel as well.
Too.
But Christian doesn't seem to know that he's muted right now.
Yeah,
he'll figure it out.
I'm an old hand at this. Everyone knows this. I know that I was muted. I was given a joke. No, I'm just kidding. But I do need to get
sinker, didn't I?
So Christian, we're moving past mute Oz, and it's now mute Christian. That's where we're gonna go.
It's mute Christian.
That's who I got. I was the second mute Oz, and now I never had a turn. You're right. Yeah, mute Christian.
Hashtag mute Mikey.
As an advocate for freedom of expression, I cannot condone this muting stuff going on. Yeah.
See,
mute him, Neil.
If it's not the government muting you, it's fine.
Yeah, that's right.
As
Can I see where all of this is going? I'm going to go ahead and put it out there for you, Oz. It's going to be like a hashtag mute squad.
Oh, wow.
Atheist Christian?
That is a bizarre comment.
Yeah, I know.
Atheist Christian.
That's Theo for you. Yeah. Well, hang on.
I'm glad you shared it because it's really bizarre.
Is that what's an atheist? Is that a Christian or is that an atheist who Easter's and Christmas is it? I don't know how that works.
No. He's talking about a Christian whose name is Christian.
Oh God! I'm a fucking moron.
You didn't use a capital C. That's not your fault.
I didn't get it either. I was just waiting. I was just waiting for someone else to ask first, so I could get the answer, and I didn't have to ask.
My life is marked by moments of brilliance and moments of how did you possibly conjure those moments of brilliance, you fucking idiot. So,
it's like life with a toddler.
It's like those.
Your toddler will with their brilliance one moment, and then they'll turn around, throw their blanket on their head, and slam themselves into a wall.
It's the same for all of us. We all have those moments of stupidity to the extreme, and we just try to balance them out with our little bits of intelligence and insight.
Minor. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's minor that I frequently forget my train of thought in the middle of a sentence, and I'm like, my God, I have to look like the biggest moron on the planet right now. And those happen all the time. it's because like I'll go off on a tangent and it's like, so I forget, like I just go a little too far off the path and I don't have enough breadcrumbs to get back. So
yeah, you gotta own it. Like, well, fuck, there it goes.
You gotta dig your heels in and then just be like, shit, I don't remember what I was talking about. So what do you think? And then try to get the breadcrumbs from them. Like maybe they'll give you a couple.
In that we went from double entendres to wordplay, where we had a viewer that understood that Christian. His name is Christian.
He's Christian.
An atheist. So then he tried to do the wordplay game, like he's an MC, which I think is genius. But that's what we did there. Oh my god.
That would be me, the third bird there going.
Yeah, I was like, my bad. Like, there's fucking M&Ms all over.
I smoked a joint. Okay, bread.
Hey, you guys notice there's bread on the floor?
That's me camping. What? I didn't know any better.
Yeah. Whose idea was it to drop chocolate instead of
have you?
Or gummy bears.
Have you done it on a stream, SciBabe, where you're actually, especially if you're holding your own and you're just doing a stream when it's just you, and you're talking about something? Yeah, because I did that. I've done that a few times where you're on your own. You're talking about something and you go down your own rabbit hole, and then you're at the end of the rabbit hole, and I now no longer know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
And I've got through the end of a rabbit hole, into a subject that I actually know nothing about, and I don't know what to say now.
The worst, and like I know I have a relatively decent sized audience, and I'm like, oh my god, how many? Like, I wonder how many people have been like, I can't put up with this woman anymore. She's loses her, like she has to be getting Alzheimer's. She's on drugs. There's something up. Well, I mean, I am on drugs. But
usually, if you're watching the chat, they're pissing themselves laughing at you.
Oh,
they just think it's hilarious.
Okay, I feel better now. Whew, but like it's just I'll like my phrase that's become like, this is going to be on a T-shirt one day if I ever make merch. It's going to be like, I sorry for so rudely interrupting myself. Like this just whatever I lose my train of thought. Like it's because I'll be in the middle of something and then it's like, oh wait, but I have to talk about this. Hold on, where was I? Breadcrumbs, breadcrumbs, and like I'm lost. I'm like, sorry for so rude. Yeah. So that's the thing that happens all the time.
It's harder to do when you're with someone else.
That I identify with, or at least try to, because it just sets the mood, sets the tone. I like to call myself a recovering idiot. You can have a shirt that just has a little finger that's pointing up and just says "recovering idiot" on it.
I think that's a great idea.
Is it possible to recover from that, though? I mean, I think we're all stuck in it permanently.
Like luckily,
I have paper on my mental notepad, so.
Hey, Neil.
Like luckily I'm not Katie Mack, the astrophysicist. I'm SciBabe, the dick joke scientist. So like, so like when I'm a little hot, like, so like. So yeah, like a few weeks ago, I was doing my Friday night live stream, and normally I've got a certain amount of time before an edible kicks in, and like that, and I have a fairly high pot tolerance because reasons.
Speaking of which.
And I took an edible that kicked in within 45 minutes, and all of a sudden I realized I am too high to conduct this live stream. And and normally these streams go on for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I tried until an hour and 15, and I'm like, guys, I can't, I'm sorry. And like, I got back on this, like, I have not taken an edible, done more than just a hit of pot to like reduce my back pain since then before a stream. I'm like, I can't. That was terrifying. Like not knowing how to word was hard.
I haven't done that with getting stoned, but I've been drunk enough on streams that I didn't know I should have stopped, and I've kept going and not knowing what I've said.
Like,
Neil's seen me on streams where I've been really drunk, and I will keep going. I will keep talking, and I have at the time it probably seems quite logical, but it's absolutely dreadful. Plus, when I'm drunk, I become a dreadful flirt with everyone, I
already
it is really quite bad.
How do we word again?
It's carefully.
Yeah.
Mikey's
been on a stream with me when I've been drunk.
No idea what she's talking
about.
I'm drunk. I'm borderline drunk. What are we talking about right now?
I can't really tell when people are drunk.
You can tell when I'm very good at hiding it from you, Randolph. That's why.
Okay, I'll take your word
you know
for
how
it.
you tell? They'll look you in the
professional.
neck. That when they look at you, they look at your neck.
They're doing this a bit, and hey,
You're my
Hey.
favorite.
Have you got anyone waiting to come in, Neil?
Great.
What's that?
Have you got anyone waiting to come in, Neil? Because I'm going to have to head off in a couple of minutes again.
Not in the moment. Oh, really?
I say. Yeah, unfortunately.
You have a life, right?
Well, sorry, I have a life.
You have a life,
it's
right?
also like nearly midday, and I've actually got to get to the shops and do a few things and stuff like that. So
nearly midday.
I'll have to head off again. Yeah, nearly midday for me.
Yeah.
I'm on the other side. So sometime we're going to have to get on a stream where you're a little stoned and I'm a little drunk and talk about science and see how good we can make it work. I think that would be an
party and
I think
another chemist.
I mean, we could do a drinking. Like I already promised my patrons today that I was going to do an election night stream, and I'm terrified of what it's going to. I'm considering making it an event and charging like $1 for admission because I'm like, look, this is going to be stressful, and I'm terrified, and I want to limit the number of people in it. Like, so if I can just, that is my plan.
I would love to actually do something with a debate night.
I'm doing one
on a debate night, and then you can do the science side bullshitting, and then I can do the economic plan side bullshitting.
I'm down. Like I want to have you on to talk economic. Like this is I please email me so we can set this up so I can get you onto my live stream because I know shit about economics and I want to know more, and I'm sure that a lot of my science savvy followers are like would love to know more as well.
What's your email address?
It's
not a no. It's not a no.
It's not a no. It's not a yes. It's not a no, and it's not a yes. It's a maybe.
I'm too drunk and I fucking missed. Is what it is.
Well, I was thinking if we wanted to turn a stream into a drinking game, we could do similar to what I did the other night with the Stump Me thing. But if we can't answer the questions that the audience give us, as long as they're about science, not outside of science, but in science, if we can't actually give a reasonable answer to it, we have to drink.
If you need a designated deliberator, just let me know because I don't drink.
I need her email address real quick.
My email address is the SciBabe@gmail.com, and that's my publicly available. Cool. Yeah. So
yeah, I'd be cool with Randolph and Neil moderating that, and we are the ones who get drunk.
The one thing is I don't drink.
No, I'm not moderating. I'd be drinking.
Neil wants to get drunk. He won't moderate.
It's alcohol. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you can do the nibble the cookie, and I can do the drink the alcohol.
I like that plan. Yeah, I did alcohol. Unfortunately, I'm planning on breaking that and taking a day off of my meds that I need desperately to keep my headache at bay, so that I can have some champagne soon, hopefully. However, look, I'm a bad person and I know this, but yeah, I normally have to, my headache meds do not, they're a really strong NSAID and they mix horribly with alcohol, and I would like my stomach and my kidneys to work for a while. So.
Yeah,
I wonder if we could drag Mero into this too, because drunk Mero is hilarious.
I'm thinking moderating.
That's what I was suggesting.
I'm thinking moderating drunk people. What could possibly go wrong?
You know,
I saw the debates on Tuesday. Thank you very much. I've had enough drunken toddlers.
Look, we're not debating. We're trying to see who can be right about science while getting drunk. That's not a yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Neil, if I can make a shameless plug right now, that will break up.
Of course you can.
All the chaos that is in debates and the politics and all that. Tomorrow night on the Atheist Roundtable, we're actually having 2 current full-time pastors and 2 former pastors on our channel, and they are going to discuss the impact of full-time ministry on mental health, because there is a spike in the last 5 years in suicides amongst senior pastors.
If you shoot me a link to that, and I'll post it over on SciBabe.
On it.
Try to get some eyeballs on you.
No, and we appreciate that.
Actually, I think I keep doing this. I've been doing this all night, but these are all folks that I'm very fond of, and they're all great friends of mine.
They seem pretty.
Their show would be another show you should be on too.
They seem pretty lovely. Yeah, if any of you guys, if I'm not too much of a douche-tard for you guys to want me on your show, please shoot me an email.
Yeah.
First of all,
I think everyone has fallen in love with you as much as I have. So
I really like the cat ears. Yeah.
So
Yeah, they are awesome.
I was about to say, SciBabe, if I say the headset and the ears are one thing, but then you couple that with the background, your background, and I can't see. Is that a? Oh, that's even better. That's
It's
even
my adore. It's
Yeah,
science. It's Buddy the science dog.
Yeah, that's your selling point.
He likes licking noses.
He's my
You
my
got a
most
nosy
adorable
pup?
little. He's
No,
like a little pup.
no, I'll get your info from Neil and shoot that over to you.
Yeah,
because
'cause
I really do, and I hate to break because we're having a ton of fun right now, and I hate to be the one.
No, it's
the
like
downer.
Real cool.
I keep stopping
you-
things and
you
going
know
on
what,
these
Mikey?
really serious rants about authoritarianism. So you go ahead.
Well, first of all, somebody mute Mikey for a second, so he doesn't jump in. No, I love Mikey. I love personality.
So, Mikey, how's
I love Mikey too.
But this is something. One of the, and when I say it's a shameless plug, it is because I'm actually normally I'm the host.
You're shameless, anyways.
And I am shameless.
You have to have shame.
Guys, we're internet personalities. If we weren't shameless, we wouldn't be here. Okay.
Right. Right. Fair enough. Fair enough. But I'm taking the back seat. Like, oh my god.
Is that us?
Oh my god.
Engineering.
That poor guy.
Imagine waking up with that around you.
Oh my god. Like the crotch, especially.
Everybody,
Oh.
everybody in that house is waking up when I get up. Jesus.
You
unlimited power.
This show
That's
came out
brilliant.
like 5 years ago, and it's been one of my favorites ever since.
If I had
Classic.
magic for being half gay, I would be so happy.
Hell yeah.
I like the one that's got all the
Just
lightning
half-half.
bolts and it says fuck this fish in particular, you know. Like,
Yeah. Fuck Lenny, Jerry, Carl, and Squiggy.
Harry, Jimmy, Jamie, wherever you are, fuck you too. Name the movie.
Hangover?
I have no idea.
I'm going to head out, guys. Have a great rest of your stream. I will catch you all later.
Have a great rest of your day.
Have a good night. Day.
Good night. Good to
Catch
see
you
you
later.
again.
Yeah, I'll have a good day. I will have a talk with Neil Randall and you, SciBabe, about doing that thing where we can see if we can make it through some science questions whilst being
Lord.
a little out of it.
I
It'd
think
be
that'd be a
hilarious.
lot of fun.
It'd be a lot of fun.
And we can ask for submissions from the audience too, like ahead of
Yeah,
time. So we can make this happen. Anyways, yeah, shoot me an email and we'll get this set up.
Yeah, we'll do. All right. Bye. Love you so much.
Bye, Jen. Great to see you again.
Yeah.
The movie Scent of a Woman with Al
It's
Pacino.
delightful.
Oh, there you go. Welcome, Ian, by the way.
Real quick, and I'll
Hey,
be
Pine Snake.
done.
Good to see you.
Real quick, and I'll be done, Neil. Two of your favorites. Dr. Josh is going to be one of the atheist, like former Christian leaders.
Josh is amazing.
and then the atheist pastor, Chris Attlee, will be the other one, and then Rob Yannock, and then Kyle Mills, my brother, which is why I'm taking the back seat on it, so that they can have a actual conversation. He's a full-time pastor. I'm taking the back seat. That way, there's no type of interference or like, oh, I can't talk shit because my brother's here. So I will not be a part of that until the very, very end where we do Q&A. So that's going to be one of the things where when we
Then he'll be in real trouble.
talk about normalizing mental health within full-time ministry. I think once they realize that they have two guys that were in full-time ministry and are now atheists, it's going to pose some really, really big problems for them. And I'm eager for it, not because of the problems, because it's going to challenge. And maybe this is selfish of me, but it's going to challenge my brother to reassess his position and reassess how assertive he is in his position. And if he doesn't, cool. Like, I'm still going to love him. He's still my little brother. But I'm really anxious. excited to see what happens and to hear what happens.
I mean, are you hoping it comes out of it converted, or are you hoping for a conversation about mental health amongst the clergy?
The conversation on screen, as far as what goes live, I just want that to be a conversation about mental health.
Okay, gotcha.
And all that. But then behind the scenes, what I'm hoping for is that he contacts me, because he asked me a lot of questions.
I understand now.
Yeah,
it's like that's the type of atheist content that I really want to promote, because I want people to see that I don't promote the kind of mean-spirited, you're wrong for believing in God type stuff. So I mean, that's the kind of thing that I think is helpful, and I would love my viewers to I want to throw you some eyeballs.
So. Well, I this kind of approach. I use this approach myself. We're trying to be open conversation, and because I find I like the debate to be that I've been in to also be conversation, so we can get more perspective and have a more constructive back and forth. What I call the free exchange of ideas is what I like to call it.
Hey, Oz.
And I was getting ready to shout you out thanks for the O's. Thanks for the O's.
I'm mocking you. I'm not. I don't like
that. I know you are. I know you are. But while you're trying to mock me, you're showing me mad love. So
no, it was an accident. I take it back.
But
it was an accident.
but SciBabe,
something here.
Neil and IQ and Randolph and Sweetie, all of them will tell you that we definitely push conversations. We push the
amicable conversations too.
Yeah, having the conversation, and then behind the scenes, what happens is between my brother and I. So
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's
I like that.
With your brother coming on, you're being impartial, which I think is a good approach.
I think I explained this earlier with the YouTubers. I think I mentioned this to you. YouTuber Thought Slime. He's a communist, and I'm not entirely a communist yet, but the revolution hasn't started yet, comrades. Anyways, but one of the things
good communism and bad communism.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's state-sponsored capitalism is what you're thinking of.
But anyways, I don't know. Here's the thing: I don't always agree with the YouTuber, but I really enjoy how he presents his ideas, and he's made me think a little bit more deeply about why capitalism is horrible. Anyways, he has this thing called the eyeball zone, where he's like, please shoot me one email, and I will try to. So, anyways, he tries to get traffic to smaller channels. So I'm like, I've got a big audience. I try to get as he calls it, the eyeball zone. I like that phrase of his. I'm like, let me throw you some eyeballs. Try to get some eyeballs for you. So,
this person you're talking about and I have had extensive debates about his supposed systems, and it's
Thought Slime?
Yep.
It's he's what's he like? Or have you chatted with them one-on-one, or is this just via
let's
you don't have to if it's complicated, you don't have to explain.
You can tell who has gone to school with formal training and who hasn't.
Understood. Yeah, they're, like I said, some of his ideas I'm like, oh man, you read this on the interweb somewhere and just went with it. And some of them I'm like, wow, you really did. You made me think a little bit more deeply about why what we're doing here could be done better.
He's very good at that second part. That's why I actually like listening to him, because I'm a syndicalist, which is socialism through unionization.
That's that is more technical than I've gotten into it, because I just I'm still kind of I grew up in New Hampshire, Massachusetts. I forever have identified as a Ted Kennedy Democrat. And now I'm kind of more of an Elizabeth Warren Democrat. But I'm also questioning a lot about what I used to just assume was part of the cake about capitalism, and it's kind of pushed me a little further to the left, which I think is a good thing overall.
I used to be an Ayn Rand libertarian, so.
I was too for 5 minutes. It's okay. We should form a support group. Look, we were all there for 5 minutes. I was friends with Penn Jillette and company. If you weren't a libertarian, you were out. And eventually I was like, I'm not a libertarian. So I was out.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that happens. Yeah. You look, Penn can be a really wonderful person. If you tell him he's wrong about something or disagree with him and fucking fight with him, he's not in a good mood.
Well, and the same problems that libertarianism is the same problems that Thought Slime can't get through.
Yeah. Yeah.
It relies upon the rationality of the individual actor.
Yeah, basically.
And that's not possible.
Exactly. And you need a system that's somewhere in between. And that's why I'm like, hey, we can fund some of these things and throw more money into these safety nets and have unions be a thing that we don't, fire people for forming. And
I'm for unions actually owning the company.
I like that too. We've seen that model work in companies that have done it. And
we have co-ops here in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, there's workers' co-ops all over the world that show that they're actually better performers. But I don't think the worker co-op system works when you get too large. But if you get
they don't
into
scale
a union, you need a little bit more federalism with a larger company, multiple layers. But it's the anarchist argument is not that hierarchies are bad. It's that the way that we implement and protect those hierarchies right now is bad.
But are you coming from an environment that's less regulated than we are here in Canada?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, in terms of like what type of regulation?
Protection? Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The way
that could contribute to why they don't scale well. Sorry, go ahead, Pine Snake.
I'm going to say the way co-ops work here, and it seems to work quite well, is although it's part of a bigger group like Co-op Food, it's actually franchised to much smaller, even individual shops in many cases. So huge, and they share the profit, but all each individual ones operate independently.
Hey, Simply Secular asked something about chairs just a moment ago, Neil.
For the new talk show.
Yeah, so I haven't been able to get in touch with Tom Jump about his chair. I think that one's not an option for us. He seems pretty attached.
No,
I've actually got 2 chairs here.
Oh, okay, because I'm looking into it actually myself. So.
Oh, I've been holding these aside. Otherwise, I would have got rid of one of them.
Then I'll stop looking.
You gotta talk to me if you're looking for stuff, because if I've already got it, I can save
it. Okay. All right, Dad. Jeez.
Go to your room, son.
Yeah, right? I'm in my room.
You're not my real dad.
You're just the... He was bored.
These are good chairs, so we'll see how they go.
What's up to True North Talk?
Yeah. We're going to make a better poster than that, but that's a good start. That is what we've got for our logo right now.
Yay.
Actually, Yvette, once a month we're going to host guest co-hosts.
Oh.
So I'd be down to have you on for sure.
I would. I would be delighted to be on. It would be my pleasure. So let's set that up whenever. Thank you. I'm just saying I'm having a much better time hanging out with the head of Canadian Atheists than the former head of American Atheists. He
will not be named.
Yeah.
I'll just say, his stuff, I don't really know a lot about what's happened there, and I kind of prefer to keep it that way. It's a different style in different countries. Is where I'm going to leave it.
It was sad watching that happen because he had been a really close friend for a while, and it's been strange watching him turn into who he is now, especially.
I know, right? It's like weird.
That's the worst part. It's like, was he always this? Like, maybe. And I mean, I'm friends with his now ex-wife, and she's like, yeah, he was probably always that kind of a narcissist. Like, it's been unfortunate. So it's like, it's nice to see the Canadians are nicer and not surprising at all.
I think it's important to give him credit for the good work he has done though in the past.
Oh yeah.
I really appreciate what he did there, and I'd like to see more people stepping forward and putting in their own style of advocating for this stuff,
Like one thing that
problem.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say the problem with people stepping forward to put their own stamp on the atheist activism, you've got people like that and the guy from AAI just challenging on anyone that tries to.
And I've reached out to by the way, just to let you know, I have reached out to the AAI as president of Canadian Atheists and I have asked them for a conversation about this and what the future holds and what their future direction is, and that I'm concerned about those things that they've said, because we are an affiliate with them. We're also an affiliate with IAA, which is a great organization that has different goals, and I want to talk with AAI and find out what's going on, because my concern is that the AAI is involved in the United Nations and officially recognized there, and so they are representing atheism on the international stage. So
they are the only atheists group that are recognized by,
and that's why, to me, it's so important to have a conversation with them to see if there's a way to make things better, and that's what I want to do.
Can I ask if I feel like I might have missed something or not remembered something? What did they say or do? Because were they the group that David Silverman was the head of temporarily, or am I? Gotcha.
Yeah, but this is something that's not my concern, because he's not there.
I knew that. What's happened since then? Because I almost recall something that happened.
Is it Sherman or something? His name is
Michael Sherman.
Shermer.
They're official. No, not
Sherman.
Not Sherman.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
A different person.
Never mind. I apologize.
I said it wrong.
Their official representative, unfortunately, I have some concerns about the way that he's been conducting himself and responding to people online, because it seems to me that it's not professional.
That's
to say the least.
And
it wasn't just him. Other people started to dogpile, including another person who was on whose channel were it? We're on Nevada's.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was John.
Yeah,
Lance and John are the two biggest fucking shitheads in that organization.
Yep. Would decided to make apologies for someone that made sexual threats towards another YouTuber.
Publicly, they've done this in their formal accounts.
Yep.
Can you send me a link to that in a private message? Because I will bring that up with them when I talk to them.
It's on Nevada's channel still.
If you could send me a link, that would be helpful to me, because I want to have a conversation with them.
Okay, I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. I know exactly where it is.
Perfect. Thank you.
I was going to just send a link for the David Worley's thread for it all. There's about 6 or 7 channels where it's been discussed in various ways with various people. Just send you that link; it'll be much easier.
Yeah, do that
that's
too.
A good idea.
Yeah. And then there was the communications director or whatever it was for AAI that decided to wave it. I'm forgetting that lady's name off the top of my head, but yeah, it were an entire shit show for a month or two at least, and it's still going on now.
Yikes! So everything's great in in the land of atheists who happen to be American. I didn't want to, lend.
Oh, it goes even further than that. You've got an Irish podcast which has waded in on it and saying and calling everyone workers there. And so yeah.
So Pine Snake, your point about people putting their own style onto promoting atheism is a valid point, but I can't fully get on board with it, because atheism isn't some kind of standard of behavior or anything like that. It's just a classification of not believing in deities, and everything else is all over the board. Now, as an individual, I think you are right to stand out, to stand against somebody else's bad behavior. And it's very important that we make sure that when we're doing that, we're clear on why we're doing that. That's all. And I'll stand out against people who I disagree with.
They're not helping our case, that's for sure. They're helping.
But this is the point that needs to get across.
It's like the cumulonimbus of shitstorms. Like,
but when you've already got the people that have the numbers and they trash it, it's hard to get any momentum. Is the point I was making, rather than as a group or anything, individual people within the community or movement, whichever way you want.
This is why I use the approach that I use. Yeah, because it's more inclusive this way.
I believe Oz has something.
Oh, sorry, Oz.
He keeps going like that.
You're good. So no, I have a lot of prep work to do for tomorrow night's show because it is a big deal to myself and to us as a channel. So if you have time, please tune in. We would appreciate it. And SciBabe, actually, we'd love to have you on. We'd love to have you on our channel.
Yeah.
And Neil can direct you to the channel so you can see if that fits your style.
Yeah,
we'd love to have you come on.
Shoot me an email because I wanted to like shoot a link to your to your shindig so people can see that debate tomorrow, and we'll set up a thing and we'll sit down and do some chat skiing for your channel.
Do that immediately.
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely.
The SciBabe@gmail.com.
Yep, and I'm very responsive, but for what I want to say for the atheist community. This is a very important conversation.
Yeah.
And I can't say it enough because here's what happens is there's so many of these Christian pastors that get caught in this cage. And it's literally a cage, and my little brother is caught in it, and I know this from personal experience. And I won't share his shit because that's his private information, but they get caught in this cage where it is, how much do I share? How much do I not share? Because if I tell people that I'm struggling with mental health, then they think that I don't have faith. Then they think that I don't really believe the way I need to believe. Right. And that is the tone. That's the tone that I'm hoping happens tomorrow night. So I'm really, not just for my brother, but for so many people, hopefully, that listen and tune in, that it kind of changes the conversation to where we can open it up and have real fucking conversations about depression and bipolar and anxiety and all those things, even amongst senior pastors that have 3, 4, 5, 6, 800 members, whatever it is. Like that's my hope, is that we can open up that conversation and to normalize that conversation, even for the pastors, even though we don't agree with them, that we can normalize the conversation of mental health for them.
Let's remember, we disagree with them on, even though it's a big thing, let's remember it's one thing. Mental health has nothing to do with that. Let's try to get them out of the thought that mental health is a thing that we fail if we failed God if we don't have our mental health. No, we need help, and we need to talk to people. So you're on a mission to help them.
Right. And SciBabe, I'll say this before I saw him, because I really do have to. I have tons of shit to get done for that show. But
it sounds like you have a wonderful idea, by the way.
I will say this. When I was in ministry myself, because that is my brother, and I was literally in full-time ministry with him myself, and it is all-encompassing. Like, you don't have the opportunity to think about, is this mental health, or do I just trust in Jesus? Do I just trust in God? You don't get to separate anything.
Yeah.
Right. You don't get to. Well, I'm going to go to a therapist that's just going to deal with the brutal realities, which is science and biology and psychology. Like, they don't have those outlets. Right. Oh. That's my whole point in doing this. Is, guess what, guys? It's not about prayer. Like, you could pray, but it's not about prayer. It's about digging down to the actual root of the issue.
The mind can get sick just like the body, and you have to go to the right doctor for it. And it makes me sad that we've I held off on going to a therapist and a psychiatrist for years because I don't know, stigma. Like, I was in stigma, Mikey, you and your cat, that's adorable. Anyways,
cat alert.
This is not my cat.
It's you and that.
Not in here.
You and whoever's
Mikey
cat
does
that
like
is
his
adorable.
pussy.
Oz, what you're doing is wonderful. Thanks, man. I encourage it. I'm very happy that you're doing this.
Yeah, like I grew up in a house where it's like, it was kind of, you had a thing you were struggling with mentally, tough it out. And like, I don't like I think my mother in retrospect is very, we've talked it out, and she wishes she hadn't had that attitude about mental health things. But like, man, I wish that if we could work proactively to get adults away from that, and thought leaders and prayer leaders, so that they will lead their congregation away from that and tell them, hey, go see a doctor if you're feeling deeply depressed. It's good that you're helping out. You're talking to priests. This is a really good idea. And that's why I wanted to post it onto SciBabe. So shoot me an email, please.
No, I will absolutely, and everything you just spelled out everything you just spelled out is dead on, and to give a backstory, and my brother knows this, that will be on the show.
Your back scratcher is making me laugh, Neil.
Just 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, my whole shit came to an abrupt stop. I had a great career, and my ex-wife, through many means that she has now, fucked my whole financial world up and child support. Like, she 100% took advantage of everything that she could take advantage of. And I all of a sudden went from having money in the bank and having all these things going for me, where I had nothing.
Oof.
Like, absolutely.
That's moderately
terrifying. And in the state of Indiana, it's really no holds barred against the father, even if he works and takes care and does his visitations and does all the things he's supposed to do. It's really no holds barred. And there was about and you know, the Atheist Roundtable team, they know I have no issues talking about this. Just a short 3 weeks ago, I was having to go to my therapist 3 times a week because of the dark thoughts, the suicidal thoughts, that everything was like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? You know, so just those.
I'm really glad that you went to your therapist. Like, earlier this year I was there with you. Like, it was the staring at my third floor window thinking, you know, if I jumped out of it, no one would even remember me in a week. And that thought hit me like a ton of bricks, and I couldn't shake it for days. And that was when I was like, I need to schedule an emergency appointment now and get back into therapy. And luckily my doctors took me. But like, it's those when you have mental health issues, when those thoughts hit you, I think people don't understand that you can't just like hope them away. Like, I'll think about something.
Nope,
like,
it's not like a switch.
No, like and I didn't realize it until I got, you know, a little older, and my mental health issues kind of started to really just take root and prosper. It's like my OCD had the best year ever. So as it turned out, I have OCD and occasional depression.
And SciBabe, everything you just said is dead on. And the reason I even shared that was, you know, yes, it's my brother coming on. Here's the thing with him and Rob Yannock that will be on. I've known, you know, obviously I grew up with my little brother, but Rob, really? Rob I've known for 20 plus years.
Nice.
And I can tell you right now, they don't have the access to talk about mental health and open up just the way I did with you guys right now.
It's really hard.
They don't have that. There's you know, actually most people on the screen right now I've spoken to, but even you, SciBabe, I have no issues because I know we're all in the same corner, right? We're all for each other.
It's
we
easy
all
to have
support each other.
It's really easy to have the conversation when we all know everyone here doesn't think that you're broken if you have a mental health issue. It's
Exactly.
like, it's hard.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we're getting better about it as a society, but it can be taboo in some circles, and it should be as taboo as saying I broke my ankle.
Well, but for pastors,
it's a special taboo in there because it says that your relationship with Jesus is broken, and that shouldn't be the case ever.
Right.
Well, and
there's something else that we need to raise. I would suggest. Sorry, Oz. But Shannon Q did a series about Christian counselors.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that was good. That was really good.
The whole situation is fucked up, and I really would suggest people watch it because.
No, and I want you to finish that, Pine Snake, because even when I visually go away, I'm going to keep listening because you great. I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about, and it is amazing. But here's the problem for pastors is they don't have an avenue. They don't have a place to go because when
they do, dude. It's called the Clergy Project.
Well, I'm talking about for them, not us. Like, we know that, but they don't know that they have those means. Because I've even asked my brother that. Do you actually know that you have access to places outside of your church? And he's oblivious to it. He's oblivious to it.
That's not surprising.
But
that breaks my heart.
Here's the thing: is we have to, and this is what I want to start with that conversation tomorrow night, and then I'll go in and I want to listen. Is these pastors? This is their conviction or their belief. Is if I have a mental health issue or condition like Oz does, Oz can freely share with his friends and his peers openly where he's at and what they do, and I wish I had that. But if I do that as a minister of the gospel, of a pastor of a church, that the immediate feedback or response that I'll get from the people around me and the congregation, the people that report to me, are, well, you don't have faith. You're not believing enough in God. Your faith isn't big enough. And if you would just pray a little harder, God might be there. And that's what breaks my heart, because I've had, and this last thing I'll say, and literally I'm going to hit my stop cam.
We're gonna kick you out if you say no.
I'm gone. So through all this, my birthday was
finally
2 weeks ago. Going to, Mikey, shut up. But
Mikey earned that.
Going through all this, the one person that I thought, because I get my diagnosis from her, which is my mother genetically, that I thought she would get it on my birthday 2 weeks ago. And instead of just trying to be sensitive and be cool with everything that's going on, and she knows what I'm going through, she just gives me a birthday card with a bunch of fucking scriptures in it.
Oh, groovy.
Yikes.
And she knows where I'm at. Like, she knows I'm an atheist. She knows I don't put any value into that. Yep. And to me, it was just a giant slap in the fucking face, right?
And here's the thing: I can't tell you how to contextualize your relationship with your mom and how she is I don't know what her doing that for you means to her. But like, whenever religious people have given me scripture, I always try to interpret that as they're trying and they don't know how to help me. And I understand that it feels like slap in the face. And like I said, I don't know your relationship with your mom. I could be reading this completely wrong, but like I've had people who I've met on the road mail me Bibles that were special to them, and I'm like, that was such a kind thing of them to do, but also like, misdirected. But I think, like, I wonder if your mom is trying to help and just doesn't know how. Like, or if
she knows.
Okay, never mind. In
that
case, tell me to fuck myself.
No. But still, in that SciBabe, I totally appreciate that you want to see the big picture. Like, is this person trying to help? But this woman in particular knows exactly where I stand and how I feel, and that doing that on my birthday card with everything that's going on in my life right now would have been the equivalent if it was her birthday, her being a very, very stout Christian, me getting her a birthday card and saying, fuck God. That's
just put
or sending her a copy of Hitchens' book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
So like I say, I'm going to
line or pint.
I'm going to back out and keep listening.
As much Diet Coke as you can possibly get into my system at one point without killing me.
What, to do lines of Diet Coke?
But I'm going to keep listening. I'm going to back out and work on tomorrow night's episod. And for everybody
I'm going to bring
here,
this to an end
I love you.
anyways.
Well, I love you guys, except for Mikey. Fuck Mikey. And
was that a double entendre?
No, that was just a straight off. He wants to screw it.
No, actually, I love Mikey. I actually love Mikey. I just like picking on him.
I want to hang out with Mikey just partially because he has a great cat. I mean, it's before I knew that I liked him. Now that's the best. That's an awesome cat. Just saying.
Reminds me of my old cat Lucifer.
Two.
And you can catch examples of that double entendre on Mikey's website.
Shut your mouth.
And Mikey, the way you keep lining up behind that mic, I'm expecting you to start dropping bars, but I'll never hear bars.
That's because I'm not a rapper.
Oh, then they quit lining up behind that mic like you were a rapper.
Yo, but I'm not a rapper. No, I'm not a rapper.
I mean, between the paleness and the dark hair and that could be me. That's my,
Right?
That is my. It's
No,
that is my-
you need to paint your headphones red.
It's maybe that'll be like my next. If I ever want headphones that match a Halloween costume, I'll lean into the snow. Is there going to be a Halloween this year? Is that happening?
Yeah,
Are we just-
there is.
We're not going to do it this year. We usually get about 300 to 500 kids at our door. We're going to be closed this year.
I'm going to slingshot candy at people. That's my plan. Just slingshot. So.
See, that's my plan for retirement. I'm going to be in a nursing home with a big bowl of Imperial mints and just flick them at the staff.
Before we get too far away from the subject of mental health, this is a really good time to plug the Ethan and Jenna show. It's your friendly neighborhood atheist, Ethan Michaels, and Jenna Belk from the Atheist Experience. They have a show concerning mental health. It's a call-in show, and it's on Sundays at 11 a.m. Central.
Yep.
Nice.
Every week, and people call in. They discuss stuff, various different topics involving mental health in the secular community, and it's an awesome fucking show. They're both amazing people, and everybody should check it out. Actually, I'll plug that into the live chat there.
I'd say on it, but IQ has beaten me every time. He's been quicker to the draw every time tonight.
And as we're talking about health, mental health in general, there's secular sexuality on Thursday. I think it's 7 p.m. Central.
I was invited onto that, and we even did a sound check, and they haven't gotten back to me. So
no.
we just haven't scheduled it. So I don't know if I was supposed to send the email, or if they were supposed to send an email, or if I lost it in my inbox. And I think I had this conversation with you, Neil, earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that was secular sexuality was the one, because aside from the day job of sciencing, I also review porn for the plot on my podcast.
There's a plot.
There is.
If
you hunt for it, there is. We find one.
Is it in that? Is it in that first 5 minutes that everyone fast forwards?
So we review like long form like parodies, and the amazing thing is occasionally you'll find a parody like that, because for instance, we watched the Walking Dead porn parody. Now I've watched the first season of the Walking Dead, and I got like a few episodes into the second season, and I was like, this sucks, fuck this. The Walking Dead porn parody made me go, was the Walking Dead actually that good? It was really good, like, because we know some of the actors in it, and there are a couple of actors in porn who are actually decent actors. Not many. A lot of them are bad, but there are also, I know a couple. I amongst my friends are pornographers, and a couple of them, like they kind of run, shall we say, a low overhead studio, and just like they make some money, but the thing they focus on is just making these ridiculously funny parody scripts. Like they did the Loin King. Amazing. Like instead of the Lion King, the Loin King. The Loin King. It was oh my god, it was funny.
I'm waiting for burn notice.
It's what? Oh my god, that movie was amazing. Sorry,
Mikey.
It's the what was
My name
it?
was Michael Weston, and I used to be a porn star.
Oh my god.
That is awesome. Just the phrase "a low overhead porn studio." That's fucking brilliant.
Look, I've been to, if you go to my Twitch page, there's a picture of me riding on a giant triceratops, and that's in the porn studio.
Sweet.
So it's like we went to it after.
Is that a euphemism?
No, we went there after the AVN. They had a brunch, and they had a table full of they had every cereal you could have ever wanted and giant tubs of marshmallows. It was wonderful. I had so many Lucky Charms that day.
I should bring my marshmallow crossbow.
Well, the Woodies do look more fun than the Oscars.
What the fuck? The AVNs were amazing. I'm just saying. I have never, I'm not a go out and party person because, like I said, not a drinker, loud clubs, no thank you. But something came over me and my co-host the week of the AVNs, and because we were in Vegas and it was the AVNs, and holy shit, I came home and I'm like, maybe this is COVID. I'm exhausted. It was exhausting. But that was it's if you ever get a chance to go to a Porno Award show, do it. That's my advice.
Randolph,
You're
when
welcome.
you type, please mute yourself. That's
Sorry.
It's like the Kermit gif.
It's like
where
Fred
he-
Flintstone fucking bowling is what it is.
Oh, I type 140 words a minute. It can be kind of loud. Sorry about that.
You
Now he's
fancy.
bragging. I type like 3 words a minute because I use my thumbs.
Let me know when we're getting close to time so I can tally up the final results. But easily
We are
someone
close
ran
to time because
someone ran away with it.
I still have a couple things I have to do tonight, and I got to get up for brunch with my mom as I do every Sunday. I take my mom out for brunch.
Aw.
Because she's an amazing lady. So
Good.
But before we bring this to an end, once again, Yvette, thank you so much. And you're a trooper. You hung out for the entire after party. It's been fucking amazing getting to know you a little bit.
I've had so much fun. Tomorrow I have another like 6 hours I think tomorrow between my stream and then 2 patron calls, I have something like 4 hours of live streaming tomorrow after 6 hours of it today. This is why I end up taking Mondays off.
Yeah, I hear you.
My weekend is just streaming.
I don't. I do Saturdays, Mondays, and Wednesdays for now. Although albeit, and I didn't mention this earlier, and because I forgot to, because I'm gummies. But anyways, I'm going to be a co-host, one of the regular co-hosts for the new relaunch of the upcoming ACA show, The Nonprofits. So just so you guys know, I've been talking with their crew and stuff like that, and the only Wednesdays I'll be taking. So I'm going to have to switch my Wednesday shows, I think, to Thursdays is what I'll do, and then I can do the nonprofits on the Wednesdays because we'll record a couple episodes and then they can them, and so I will have some time off on other Wednesdays, but to look forward to that. And I don't think it's coming in down the pike for a couple of months, but it'll be happening. So I'm going to be one of the regular guest hosts on it, and that's pretty much it. And then, of course, True North Talk, the call-in show that Randolph and I, the first in Canada, by the way, will be starting up in a couple of months. We'll have things going. So look for that. Go and sub to that.
Going through renovations right now.
Yeah, we are doing the renovations. Yeah. So go and sub to that channel. Nice. Because we'd like to get a good number of subs before we go live so that we'll actually have an audience when we start it up. So
yeah.
But thanks to everyone.
And, I'm making progress with the toll-free numbers, and the service has been ordered, and it'll be hopefully next week we'll have the actual phone numbers figured out.
Can you also have a word with Vern and see how you get the internet calls for international people?
Yeah, we're already on that.
Actually, one of the things they're getting back to me on is international rates for the toll-free number as well.
Would you like to know the scoreboard for tonight?
Yes.
Scoreboard.
In third place, Pine Snake. He had three zingers. There is a tie for second. Simply Secular squeaked it in at the end there to tie with SciBabe, second place with 4 zingers each.
Okay. So Simply Secular squeaked it into SciBabe.
Not going
Hey. Does that mean
first place?
Does that mean we're now having a 3-way?
Ooh, nice.
That means
there you go.
Tied for number 1. Tied for number 1.
Multiple entendre.
Yeah.
And we just fucked up my system.
This is entendreception.
Pine Snake recognizes that.
And
Doorknob Head get first place?
No, it was not Doorknob Head. It was Tons of Mice who was on fire there for a good half an hour.
Tons of Mice is very clever too. Yeah.
Ran the scoreboard way up. So congratulations, Tons of Mice. Your check is in the mail.
How many zingers did he get?
I've heard that before.
Tons of Mice was at 8.
Oh shit!
8.
I'm number 2. Wait.
Wait. Whoa. You really want to be going on with this?
I'm the. It's.
Who does number 2 work for?
You're number 2. You're number 2. Congratulations to everyone who played and participated. I think this will be a funny thing.
Know what we're doing. This is news to me.
Hey man, I clicked the pen. That means I'm writing something. Don't know if it's going to be good or not, but something's getting written. Wrote.
Yeah, well, I've got this, so.
That amuses me so much. Just the.
He's about to
Neil, you're going to have to send her one of those.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
do
look at that smile.
That's look,
They're
that's
amazing.
that is as high as my eyebrows can go with all the Botox. So I'm putting a lot of effort into it.
And in a
I'm
last
just
ditch
imagining-
Hail Mary, we have a new second place.
I'm just imagining the Amazon wish lists now containing a back scratcher.
It's all the newest models. Like, oh, do you see the 2021? Yeah, I know it's a prototype, but Rick.
Yeah.
The new
All the recorded
2020s have the
material.
little fingers that do this.
I'm just surprised I never came up with this idea because, I mean, it's literally an antenna with a back scratcher head on it.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
So why don't you
It's a French tickler. We get it.
It's cute.
Can you get
Only a
a
French
what's it
tickler
called?
when I'm speaking French. I'm going to scratch my back now, huh? There you go.
Can we just get one of like the Terminator toy hands from back in the day? Can you put that on the fucking telescopic? That's what I need.
Dope.
I need that. And then I want to be able to flick people off. Like, don't
You're making my back itch, man.
And Ease gets the final word in.
Nice.
Guys, I'm trying to end this stream because I've got a couple things I got to do before I hit the sack, and I don't want to be all bags under my eyes for my mom tomorrow because she's
Aww.
mental
Are you
health.
not
and stuff.
getting enough sleep, darling?
Like I get like
are those ATs keeping you up to all hours? Do I need to send
You look
you
thin. Eat something.
That
You never
reminds
leave
me
my mom's
of,
house empty-handed. You got like tin foil and plastic shit full of food. It's crazy.
that's what reminds me about the actual deconversion story. I said at the end, I think it got cut off. I'm sure it's Jewish mothers that have the monopoly on guilting you. That's what Eli Bosnick says. He always gets guilted by his Jewish mother.
Oh yeah.
They've got a special talent for it.
Yeah, they do. What? There's an old joke actually, the screw in the light bulb joke with Jewish moms. How many Jewish moms does it take to screw in a light bulb?
And
None. My son never writes. He never phones. What do I need light for?
How many Lutherans does it take to change the light bulb? Lutherans change.
How many flies does it take to screw in a light bulb? 2. How they got in there, we'll never know.
How many libertarians does it take to change a light bulb? You can't
None.
make me change that light bulb. There are no. You can't make me.
It's not in the Constitution.
I'm free to not change this light bulb.
How many Amish does it take to change a light bulb?
None.
What's a light bulb?
All right, and then on that light bulb jokes string that we just went on, you're welcome. But we'd like to shine a little light every now and then. I don't even know what I'm doing.
For fuck's sake, Neil.
Okay, apparently. Oh, that's good. All right, guys, I'm going to say goodnight because, and once again, Yvette, thank you. It was amazing having you on.
Thank you. I need food and napping.
Me too.
Good times.
Thanks, Neil.
All right.
Oh,
it was nice to meet you, SciBabe.
You as well.
Thanks,
I
everyone.
work inside the SciBabe, so.
Thank you. It was wonderful meeting you all. Mwah, 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 mwah. I'll see you next time.
You bet. And thanks everyone for hanging out with us. If you dig what I do, there's ways to help the show. If you missed the original interview, there is a link to it below, and it has all of Yvette's or SciBabe's amazing links where you can go and stalk her as you will. And anyways, guys, until next time, with the whole COVID-19 thing going on, remember to be safe and be well, and above all, be kind. And like the late, great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks to all my amazing patrons.
Jumanji.